Amandla. Amandla. EFF Tata. Tata EFF Tata. Amandla. Hawe mmuso wa magodu hawe. Hawe mmuso wa botlwana mo imele hawe. Hawe mmuso wa digata marokgwana hawe. Amandla. Thank you very much. Kelabowe, our convener, Commissar Tembi. Kelabowe, Commissar Mandla, our coordinator. Kelabowe, Kaufela baetapele. Ba province baba electilwenye ke maloko a EFF ba itilempele ke coach le bosanku. You are both the leaders of our province, and anything that goes wrong, you are responsible for it. And anything that goes right, you are praised for it. Redumedise bo nkgono kaofela ka mo tenteng re lebohe o re le fitlhile le sile dipitsa le di washeni la re lo ba le mokgatlo wa lona ke leona le ba botsang gore EFF a se ya bana fela le rena maqheku re teng mo EFF re a leboha le fitlhile a ke fetsa mo ke tlo le dumedisa mo tenteng mo ke le lebohe hantle re lebohe moruti le kereke all our traditional leaders who are here and traditional healers, all the business people who contributed to the success of this event. The ground forces of the EFF. There is no EFF. So you are here because you believe in the cause of the EFF. Habasebeti ba Komarikana 10 years ago said to us, go and form a political party. Rile rata Mozamdela, Mosa Solberg, Rabkopana les Chava, Rebabota Putso ya urna, Harika forma mukhatlo wa politiki, letla supporta. But Bazamdela, but Basa Solberg, but you are wasting time. You must form a political party, and that party was formed, and it is now called the EFF. Therefore, we want to thank the people of Sasolburg for having given us courage, for having said to us, go and form an alternative for our people. Na Kadi 29 May 2024, there will be an organization on a ballot paper called the EFF, and this was made possible because of the people of Sasolburg, because of the people of Zamdela. So every time you want to thank people who made it possible for the EFF, you must thank the people of Zamdela. The EFF's courage comes from Zamdela, comes from Sasolburg. Comrades, more Free State, only 23 municipalities. Kaufela, not even a single one, can produce a clean audit according to Auditor General. Not one municipality is clean. There is no municipality where you can say, I'm so proud of this municipality in Free State. Not one. And when the municipalities were collapsing, and when the municipalities were not getting a clean audit, Tukwan was MEC of Kokta. Today, Tukwan, who collapsed the municipalities of Free State, got a promotion, and they made him the premier. Because in the ANC, when you are lazy and corrupt, they give you a promotion. They don't want honest people. They want criminals. They want people who collapse the institutions that are going to better the lives of our people. So today, Mangaung Municipality, ye corrupt, ye collapsing is the only metro in Free State. Yet it can't get the most basic right. How ya ko Mangaung, o better ke smele sa drainage, sa sewer, because the sewer and the drainage system are dysfunctional. But ba ko Mangaung, bana ba bona ba dlala ka metsi a sewer a Mathango Strate, because the ANC failed to give the people ba ko Mangaung the real government which cares about the people of Mangaung. Malotia Pofung Leona epalelwa kuncha a financial statement. But what is worse, they are owing Eskom billions of rands. Yet they collecting money all the time. They owe Water Board 6 million. How are they going to give the people of Malotia Pofung a clean water when they are failing to pay 6 million to the Water Board? Comrades, there was a cholera outbreak last year, Komate, that took the lives of the people. Mara, till today, the ANC has got no systems in place on how they are going to fix the sewer spillage which was going into the Val River. But Banameti Adichila, Bakwa, Komate, till today, there is no system on how we can save life. It's not only you here. It is also in Hammanskraal, where people died of cholera. How can you die of cholera if you have a functional government? How can you have a sewer spillage into the water that people must drink when you've got a responsible government? So go Tshwane, DA, yai busang Tshwane today. Mo ngwate, ki ANC busang ngwate, yet they do the same thing. What is common about the two of them is that they don't care about an African child. Comrades, but ba go twatwa le ba mo Maloti, ba ile ba tsepishwa 220 million by Lindiwe Sisulu, ba tlo fixa metsi le today asangari boni 200 million e or ile go kai. So we saying to you, Halio voter, Leupulor, there was money dedicated to give you clean water. And that money is nowhere to be found, yet we still don't have a clean water. So comrades, only the EFF in Free State can make things possible. More EFF is a high fitile, you'll see that the EFF was here. Ke EFF ye tsolwane langentlo yela ya mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela hore ba itie mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela Museum after ba jile tšhelete ya ntwe mama na tshwaretswe ko yona ko Bramford ba ja tšhelete. The EFF exposed that corruption. Today that house is in place. It's a museum because the EFF fought very hard for that house to be built. Comrades, EFF, Etamaya intervene everywhere, especially more the international institutions. But you find that those institutions are not registered and their causes are not recognized. As a result, they steal money from our brothers and sisters. The EFF goes to those institutions, not as a courtesy visit. We go to them and we have been closing them here in Free State one by one because we cannot allow any institution to provide a qualification that is not recognized. That is stealing from our own brothers. Comrades, really ratsenya motion of no confidence. Komangaung, how about our receive? Ra remove a mayor. Wako Mangaung wa ANC wo corrupt. Ra lwalena until today. Bakenya omungwa apalwa lena motwa ANC because but ba ANC combined. Hauna omupeter. They are all the same. So how replace a motwa ANC, kamotwa ANC, otsibori, you are moving from something worse to something extremely. So you must never say there is something better in the ANC. Agra rincha Zuma, nernana Zuma West. No return to go wanko. As long as utwanko ANC. Otibor how muvamo corrupt. Oyako more corrupt. Because Ranko Wile akia chele te di dollar. Adi Kenya kamara matras. Adi Kenya kamara di sofa. Mara nerir Zuma corrupt. Mara zanka tenya chele te kamu matrasi. Wabona riolo ritamaile to west. From west to extreme west. And ukipute how to Ramaphosa. Hote na le pantiti le la barenge Paul Mashatile na le mafia la kala destroyer our country the same way he destroyed Alexander. How about our South Africa itshwanele Alexander ukhethe Paul Mashatile. So how roots of Paul Mashatile ukopana le Mbalula machaba skolo Aritlo email our Lord leader matricless people here. So Tabomu Futsayani ba Zeba ori high EFF it's any high dali because the EFF managed to assist 480 people. Baba found land or this land must be occupied, and today there is a case Yarbanyo Chabatbo by EFF on that land. The EFF got them lawyers to defend them because that land belongs to them. Comrades, the EFF in Malotia Pofung, Ialwa, Kiona, the only organization in that municipality that is holding the corrupt accountable. Mansupa, Hauka Fita, Wababutaka EFF, they will tell you that the EFF made municipal officials to be charged with fraud and corruption. So we don't want to get involved in corruption. Anyone who is corrupt in the ANC will be exposed by the EFF. That is why we don't want EFF councillors who are friends with corrupt ANC councillors. Amongst us. More EFF, Hamotwana Lebu Tsotsi, Ramu expose immediately and Ramu remove her from that office. Because we believe that our people must benefit from the services of the government. Comrades, we want land to be given to our people here in Free State. And not just land to settle. We want our people to be given proper land where they can do farming. There must be a farmer from each and every family. Because farming, you don't want anything to do with farming. But you are forgetting that mango, cabbage, meat comes from farming. So, halisa farming. Oraur lijadi jotele fanke maburu. And hamabura ka kwala dijo tsela lo jang because you are not farming. So re batla hore le farme le be le fatsi le produce all types of products, because we fought to have Africans, in particular women, participating in the production of salt and sugar. So we want more people to participate in agriculture. 40% of potatoes and 40% of white maize comes from here in Free State. You are the ones who are producing maize here in Free State, but there is poverty in Free State because the maize is not produced by you. So you have to produce the maize, because without producing food for yourself, you are at the mercy of the white Afrikaners. Comrades, we are not taking land from the white Afrikaners. We are saying to them, the land goes to the state and is owned by the state, so that if you don't use it for the right purpose, the state can give another one to use that land for the right purpose. And harinka lefase, reskanka lefase, rayobia batho ba rena mo neli di mine khale and people die. We must never do that. We must take our people to a proper land. We must make sure that as we give our people land, let's gaba fadi pisi like Moy Dry, I remember to Baruna, this tene, this suggest angori, today in Nakamara Mukuku, Mara, because the EFF is coming to give you jobs. One day, let's close Sebeta and build proper houses in these yards that we are giving you. Comrades, Rebata, Hobele Mesebeti, more Free State. Rebata Mesebeti in agriculture, in mining, in road construction, in infrastructural development, the creative way, more Free State. Relakameti, Mara, once we give you a project to go and get water from Val River to anywhere here in Free State, that is, we need to open firms. Le bereke ko di feme. Comrades, le atsiba ore mo South Africa, menches, di sticks itela ja menches, are di produce mo South Africa. They come from outside. Plate ye wena ujanka mara yona ya plastic. It's up from outside. But that byproduct by China ya converter into plates, plastic plates. So why that byproduct? Resa inkerina, re bule feme, reproduce the plate, more Free State, more, because plates are being used every day. Only the customer already. Hauna mutwa ringi nakinaka ujaka mara plate ya utwa China. Ke batla ujaka ra plate. Or itwa kokai, I don't care. And when it comes from us, I even care more, because I know by buying local plates, we are supporting black business and supporting jobs. Fighters, why South Africa epalela ku produce a koloi? We don't produce a car in South Africa. Mara, re gona produce a fly machine, the most sophisticated fighter jet, which is very powerful, and other nations want it. It was produced here in South Africa, but we don't produce cars. If we produce cars, we're going to create more jobs for our people. And if we produce cars, we already have customers, because Africa loves everything South African. Once you produce cars, Africans will come and buy them because they love the quality of South Africa. So fighters, those are the things we are going to do to create jobs in South Africa. We are going to make sure that Harriet Amisebet, le swantele sebetse, kaofela lona, as long as we na le ID ya South Africa, o tshwere di qualification, you must get a job. Mesebetsi is ka fiwa ma ANC fela. How se le ANC, how tole mosebetsi. How se faction ya Thukwane, how tole mosebetsi. Mo ANC, mo di masipaleng kaofela, tse di busang ke ANC, ba hira batho ka thobalano. Ba re dunosa o thole mosebetsi. O sa dunosa ba ra o thole mosebetsi. Jwalo ntweo ya o dunosa ya fela. Ro lefa mesebetsi kaofela lona, whether you are EFF, whether you are ANC, we don't care. As long as we na le pasa ya South Africa, we na le di qualifications. Fighters, re batla o le agela matlo. And these houses that we are going to build must be quality houses and must not be by the way houses Cheribona Mo Sasolo Tao Agma ANC Habas no fire on Abatamaya crack. So we want to build proper quality houses. And these houses must have a flushing toilet inside the house. Because it's not a house if it doesn't have inside toilet. If it has got outside toilet, it's a glorified mukuku. It's not a house. So a house is 3-bedroom. A house must have a lounge, a dining. It must have a kitchen. And maboda dividan di kamora. Aswantia ariwe ka double brick. Hore haba tubaba holo ba etsa ntotsa batho ba baholo. Bana ba ska utlwa ntotsa batho ba baholo. Not in ntotse tsa ANC tse. Ha o re ke tshwara mmeka mare ngwana o re le etsang ka mo. Because the houses have not given you the dignity we want to give to you. Rebata hore kaofela dintlo tseo di be le flushing toilet, and all of our people in Free State must have flushing toilet. Because house not toilet ya flusher, you are treated like an animal. Because keep follow fela. Hai fetsa o bobia ya bobona. Wena as a human being, so if they've given you pit toilets, if they didn't give you flushing toilets, they are treating you like an animal. How your voter and the West, I get about all of your voter, but I regard Toladi Qtengata, Eriki Kene toilet, Billy, Kio voter. Otsena toilet ya mukoti ya o se flush ya o mathaki dinchi everywhere. How tsona mo o a lebala. You vote for the same people who did not give you a flushing toilet. Hunyaka toilet eo how tsena ko yona even the last reminder or ka toilet ye I will not vote for them. Just for the 10 week I born. Just for this toilet, I will not vote for them. We need you this time not to vote with your heart, but vote with your brain. Oscar, hey, Retswa Kole le Mandela, hey, Mandela ke motho wa rona. Una le Mandela o motjha no, ke Julius Malema, ke na re tsamayeng. Oscar una le ANC, ha o sana ntweo. hona le ANC e ntjha ya ho etsa ntho tse pila, and that ANC is called EFF. Ke ona mokgatlo wa batho, ke ona mokgatlo wo o tlo le emelang. Hana no ha re tlo etsa di door to door, ha re tswa mo le tlo ba bona batho ba ANC ba tlo tla ka di food parcel ko malapeng a lona, ba lefa di food parcel, lena bo nkgono ka mo tente ba tlo lefa di food parcel. Le ska di hana, o tlo lefa le dikubo, le ska di hana. Nka ntlo tseo le di tsenye ka mo ntlo le re ema ke ake hore ha le ka lwa a ska tsamaya ka tsona, o di tsenye mo ntlo o bue hore ya hale ke le emetse dikhuruko. Wa hopola hore ka nako ela ya COVID e bele e fa batho di food parcel ka difane le ka mogoletse bana lona, rena le re jampa le sa re fe di food parcel. Jwalo tsa mo botsa di food parcel jela hore di o vote ka hore ka nako ela no swantse o tsebile hore this day is going to come. Le ba hopotse hore ba ile ba epa mabitla a 1 million, ba nyaka hore bolaya kaofela ba re tsenye ka mola mabitleng, ba nka tšhelete ya rena ba e utswa, ba šomiša bolwetse, ba re tšhelete ya utsiwa ro epa mabitla, ba tla voutela ke 1 million graves tšela ba di epileng, ba re ba tlo boloka South Africans. Fighters, rena mo EFF re nyaka free education, re nyaka bana ba ye dikolo mahala, and then bana ba e swantse thome ka grade R o fitlela a graduate go university. Ha o fitla university a re batle hore o tle le death certificate ya ntatao, a re batle le ID ya mama hao, re batla hore fe ID number fela. The ID number is going to tell us or ngwano o tswa from no fee school, or ngwano na thola feeding scheme ko skolo, or ngwano mama ha ke beneficiary ya SASSA, automatically we are qualified to get into the school. We want education to be free, and we want education to be fashionable. Ha ke batlo ra le kopane ko di chisanyama, le compete ka di Kavela, le compete ka di iPhone or Samsung. Ke batla le compete ka di qualification. I'm completing my diploma. Oh, I'm done with my degree. I'm thinking of doing the second one. That should be a conversation amongst Africans. Because education will liberate our mind. Under the EFF government, mathematics is going to be compulsory. Under the EFF government, there won't be maths literacy. What is maths literacy for what? Because you learn maths literacy, you pass it so well, when you arrive at the university, they reject you. Therefore, they wasted your time. Fighters, I want you one day, and this is where I learned this from. Go skolong, I can leader courses. I once went to the principal's office. Mathematics was compulsory in my school. Karukoyena, let's cancel mathematics and make history compulsory. I thought I was being revolutionary. That man said to me, Julius, you don't have to pass maths. If you have a difficulty passing maths, there is no problem. But you have to do maths. Because after school is calculations, everything is calculations. The mathematics helps to stretch the brain. The mathematics help to make you to have capacity to think. And if you think about it, how Reila Koloi, Utenako Garage, o stop just before you hit a wall. Mara hawuboni ka kopi. You are calculating, and the calculations will tell you if I must stop here. Mara tsotsi ya o diemetse ha yo phaka ikwa ukari ifitile. The next thing I tswa o sa le fere o boelela gape because o beta ke dipalo calculations. So ke a ke batlure lena le palle ke dipalo. I want you to have the capacity to think and think critically. Comrades, Fairfoot said, what will an African child do with mathematics? Fairfoot said, do not teach African children mathematics. So everything that an African child was denied by the African regime, we must give it to them. Habari ababatlur letse metse letlo sebedisa kae metse rena re etsang metse. The reason why they were saying don't do maths, where will you use it? It is because the high jobs were reserved for white people, and mathematics means high job, and you will not get a high job because high jobs were for whites alone. So we are going to give you free education that will permanently liberate you. Fighters, especially you, the young ones. Through education, you can change your family. Through education, you can be respected in the community. Through education, everybody will refer to you for guidance because they know your brain functions. Let education be compulsory and free of charge here in South Africa. Not only that, but no refaba na tuto ya mahala or jwa, they are not paying school fees. Okay, that therefore is free education. That's absolute nonsense. Education is not school fees alone. School uniform is part of the requirement at school. I'm poor, I must not pay school fees, but I'm rich to buy uniform. How can I be poor when it comes to school fees and be rich when it comes to school uniform? Resonete refebana, ditlakuta school free of charge, rebafeli uniform free of charge, or banaba, haba luko skolo, babe bana, baskaba choke yako skolo. Bapila, bamudile choke barbo, sheba, itlakuta tengi tabui. Uniform ya thing is not in. So now pilale apologetic because we want all the children to look the same so that they are confident. Feeding scheme, retlotsenya nama. Yaubali di potion it's out sebale. And feeding scheme, haitlo fewer ka break ifela. Retloba for twice a day. Rebafe ka breaking, rebafe after school, or abacha skolo, bafika go high, baje. Then they can do their homeworks, then they can go and play with other kids. They will not go and steal from someone because they've got an empty stomach. It will never be free if you don't give them free food because no one, including old people, can think without food. An empty stomach shuts down the brain. So fighters, reagena mo, and ausana mutwa tlotsena skolo, bariki unemployed graduate. How can you unemployment and graduate be in the same sentence? You are either a graduate or you are unemployed. Now, rebatla mo tertiary kaufela. Over 6 months before you complete your course, but we share practicals. Utsene ka mo sasol, uya usebetse practical. How feta after 6 months, no one must say to you, where is experience? Practical. But also we are exposing you to the real world where you get to know how your job looks like before you finish. But also the bosses get to see you before you finish the school. That's why have practicals had fela. You don't have to apply. Come here. Because wow, when you were doing practicals in their firm. So we must make sure that we give you practicals and place you in the relevant firms. But if you're unfortunately unemployed, there must be a stipend for those who are unemployed and have got no source of income. No, Malefa 350, no election in 20 rand. Because Banaka will regagadi 20 rand. Banana or lichipili, Bakale regagadi 20 rand. Regasi tole the same amount. Resa qualify the same. How Ribamba Basnan Tutu? But you were 500. Then Bale metric, Bale unemployed. But you were 1,000. Then Bao graduate a diploma degree, back rate 3,000. Bao their honors, back rate 4,000. Why? Because Banaba Habakaya go skolo, Babu Wama Twana Libatwa Sayang skolo, their children will not go to school. How go now young skolo, Parroeta mama. Car when I will let skolo motola 350 scamalome higher school. Yengere retretaneka the qualification. Let's go Charautana. We are not the same. Please let people be. And why are they saying no? Why is he saying he will give them money? Where is the money going to come from? They are giving you money now, 350, because they want to pretend like they are giving you money. But they can give you more than that. Comrades, onalin tomo barke premier, onalin tomo barke MEC, onalin tomo barke legislature. That is a waste of time. We must destroy all these provincial governments because they are useless. Hanano anga ubuta where you are. Hurry. Musebeti wa premier king. You won't answer that question. Musebeti wa MEC ya education king. Because harongwala paper ya metric is a national paper. It's not from MEC. Hario grad result, national results, not provincial result. Liba province ba maskan naluena. That's how useless they are. They don't know how they perform. They get told by national. How negotiate what is salary? Jama teacher. I did negotiate a province. Did negotiate a national. What is the role of these people? Then legislature. The work of legislature. Legislature. Legislature is supposed to make laws. Now, how can there be a law of Free State? We can't have the law of Free State. We are under one constitution, and every law must be based on that constitution. Everyone else must follow the law. Habar ishebini ikwalwa because the law says so, not because the provincial law says this. It's the most useless level of government. We must collapse Free State provincial government and then have a super metro called Free State, where there will be a mayor and councillors. How come the blockage yasuwa useless ambi councillor bona sorry jiki hariri premier useless hariri emis provincial government That's where the money is going to come from, because we're going to take this money and redirect it to give to the everyman. Banalin to Pretoria, Baba Van to Cape Town, bodyguard Pretoria, bodyguard Cape Town, Baba First staff members Pretoria, deputy ministers. How can what's away namu ore deputy minister ya fishery ke ma amutsi marwa mobata minister of agriculture and minister of fishery. Fishery is agriculture. It must go back to agriculture. Why do you have minister of higher education and have another minister of technology? Science and technology is higher education. University is about research, is about innovation, is about applying science. And therefore, you can't have two departments operating separate. That's where the money is going to come from to give the poor of the poorest. Comrades, Bar Malema, Haka Chiapuso, we lonka the social grants, Tabung Kono, and Abatama Moba Bampuas Le, Lena Leba correct or Realeteba, but by Ensili di Domko, Marazama Loba la Manifesto, Uba di le Manifesto, Ahai Malema, Arha social grant, Arwai Abula, Bakekulu under EFF government, they are going to get 4,500 per month because they deserve that money. Comrades, Chelete, ya social grant, Kiona itwere malapa ama Africa. Nanka ikwala biang social grant, kitse chiche skolo ki social grant. Mkhono waka unsupported lega social grant. That's why kinaka we double a social grant, because kitsiba musebetsi wa social grant. How filebo mkhono chelete ya social grant abadlali di cards, abadlali di keto, abadlali mu China, ba reka lesaka la bupi ba le bea ka mo morago monyako ka mo. Everyone who comes into this house is going to eat from that corner, because our grandmothers and fathers are not discriminating. So, liabana right double. Banaba Swanjiba grade more than 852,000 per month, because these children must